Should we just all long Solana, or the market maker's going to win? Should we short Solana?
That's actually a great question. Look, I think Sol's going to just follow the market, but it's got that retail attention. It's got a lot of institutional interest as well. I mean, I think it was Kathy Wood that was coming out the other day that was saying like the only three that you need to hold are Bitcoin, ETH, and Sol. You know, I would still like Solana to come back down to like 150 before I enter it here. But, you know, ultimately Solana just, it survived FTX. It survived Alameda research. I think it's going to survive whatever manipulations next. And, you know, it's very obvious that a lot of these tokens, especially altcoins, guys, like the reason why I personally only trade Bitcoin and Ethereum primarily, like 99% of the time, is because they're not going to be as manipulated. But there's still market makers, guys, how they make the most amount of money, how exchanges make the most amount of money is based off perpetual contracts. So when they have like a max pain point, they could wipe out the most amount of like leverage positions on the market, the most amount of leverage on the market. They get paid based off those transactions. So it's not that they're necessarily corrupted like inherently. It's just that is the core structure of the market, and it's always going to be what's best for their company. As a fiduciary holder of the company, they got to do what's best for them in terms of making money.
Yeah.
So when you think about that, and it just makes this natural, like, okay, you know, is Wintermute purposely going to drive down a price point to a certain price action? Well, let's say if like $150 is like their entry point, or that's where they make the most amount of money, they're financially inclined to get the price to that point before allowing it to move higher. And that's where you get like these, this is why we trade delta spreads. This is why we trade you know, money flows and order books, and why we focus on the liquidations, because it's, again, not that we're going to go, oh, Wintermute's evil. That's just how capitalist like markets works. That's how our market structure works with borrowing and lending and everything that exists in these markets. They're going to take advantage of all that arbitrage. So something to take into consideration. Is Solana dead though?